This is Echo 3, and let's decorate Dres. First thing we got to do is we got to get our rocket into space. So we'll start by getting this behemoth into a low Kerbin orbit, and from there we will make our ejection burn for Dres. We are already in a transfer window for Dres, which is when Dres is about 82 degrees ahead of Kerbin. Now getting to Dres is a little bit more tricky than getting to, say, Duna or Eve. It can take anywhere from 3,300 meters per second to 3,900 meters per second of delta V to go from low Kerbin orbit to get into low Dres orbit. One of the reasons for the discrepancies there is Dres is inclined quite a bit compared to Kerbin, so you've got to usually make a mid-course correction burn to get into the same plane as Dres, and that's what we're going to have to do this time as well. So I'm going to spend closer to 3,900 meters per second to get into orbit, just because we are not in an ideal location as far as inclination is concerned. But this ship has plenty of delta V to get to Dres. So while I was making this video, I got all the video editing done, and I was going to do the audio, but first I stopped to do chores. Well, while I was at the one farm feeding cattle, my father was over at the other farm, and he called me and said a cow got her head stuck in the hay feeder. So I got delayed in getting this video out, so a little later than I wanted, but we did get the cow. We got her safe and got her head unstuck. Sometimes I wonder about those cows. All right, we're getting into orbit around Dres now. And I know it looks a lot like the Mun, and there is a theory that this isn't actually a real planet, that it's just the Mun. Although, if you look how far away the sun is, it definitely seems like we are further away from the sun than the Mun is. It takes about 450 meters per second of delta V to land on Dres. It's a pretty rough surface, so I would give you plenty of margin on that, just in case you need to correct to find a flatter spot to land. This craft will be all right. I found a decent spot to land from orbit, and we'll land there. We'll slow down, and yeah, we're gonna be pretty good. This isn't too bad. Now, once we touch down, we need to start decorating our tree. That's right, I packed a Christmas tree along in our ship. Now, with some reassembly required parts, we can actually finish decorating the tree here on the surface. This is some new features that they've added, and I think they're kind of fun. Now, I'm still learning how to use them. It's a little different system. I have to click over there, and now we can place. Something I noticed too while I'm placing these, I have the RCS still on my Kerbal, and it uses the same controls when you place these as in the like vehicle assembly building. So as I twist these parts around, it's also twisting my Kerbal around with his RCS. So that's just something to note. It might be good to either turn off the RCS if you can, or just be aware that your Kerbal is going to be moving while you're also trying to move the pieces. Maybe I need to remap some keys to make this easier, but we'll get that figured out. I don't know. Anyway, we can decorate our tree and give it some flashy lights. It looks kind of like my tree at home. Kind of. Mine doesn't have rockets on it. Although, maybe that'd be a good addition. And I'm setting these up. Just, you can set up these new lights as well. These are the aviation lights. And you can make them different colors. It's a little bit more intuitive how to set up the colors than it used to be. So let's put this on the surface. We need to decouple and launch our little tree. Careful. Oh boy. Yeah, Dres doesn't have a lot of gravity, so there we go. Tree is on the surface. Hey, thanks for joining me to decorate Dres. I'll see you next time.